is a full-blown invasion.
Oh my god.
We are getting breaking news out of Switzerland.
Geneva has suffered a massive attack.
Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here, and today I have some absolutely insane Call of Duty Infinite Warfare information regarding zombies, and we're also going to be doing a bit of a breakdown of the brand new Call of Duty Infinite Warfare gameplay trailer, because there was in fact a segment within that trailer which featured some zombies gameplay, so we're going to be breaking that down and explaining how it all relates to the overall zombie storyline. So before I get into the Black Ops 3 Zombies gameplay trailer segment, I just want to say that me and a bunch of other YouTubers are in fact hosting a giveaway, and we're going to be giving away a free PS4 as well as a copy of Infinite Warfare. You can find a link to that down in this video's description. If you're on Xbox One or if you're on PC and you want to get a PS4, this is a really good way to get it, as well as you get a copy of Infinite Warfare free. At the same time, it's also helping us content creators, helping each other out and brand ourselves and expand our audience. I'm sure you'll enjoy a lot of the other content creators' content. But let's get straight into the Infinite Warfare Zombies information, because this is absolutely huge. First of all, I'm going to talk about the confirmation, and then I'm going to go over the gameplay breakdown of the zombie segment of Infinite Warfare. And I just first of all want to say that I am so pumped for this, like you don't understand. And the reason why I'm also really excited is because I was the first to break this information to you guys. Last night, yesterday, I in fact was the first to break this information to you guys. I made a very in-depth video talking about how the Nuketown teasers on Black Ops 3 are in fact teasing at the fact that we'll probably be seeing a zombies game mode within Infinite Warfare, and I'm just so proud to say that my research and my in-depth research came true, and I'm just so happy about that. If you want to go check that out, I will link it down in this video's description. It's definitely a worth watch. It sort of gives an idea of Activision's mindset when it comes to Infinite Warfare. But let's get straight into the information, then we'll get into the gameplay breakdown. So you can find a link to this at charlieintel.com. And they said the co-op mode in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare will be zombies. Activision has confirmed. Additionally, Infinite Warfare will introduce an original cooperative zombies mode that takes players on a wild ride through a new storyline and with unique gameplay features and mechanics. More details about multiplayer and the new zombies experience will be announced at a later date. Zombies mode will feature its own storyline and unique mechanics. Infinity Warfare will feature the campaign, multiplayer and zombies as its 3 modes. More information on the multiplayer and zombies mode of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, as I just said earlier, will be revealed at a later date. And this is, wow, this is insane. Now, we have no idea what this zombies game mode is going to be like. It could be space zombies, for example. It could be cyborg zombies, for example, or it could be something completely different to Treyarch zombies, because obviously we had exo zombies introduced into Advanced Warfare with the exosuits, but it was basically the same core game mode. But this game mode could be completely different, and I'm really feeling this vibe of this futuristic zombie experience. This has just lifted my hype levels to an absolute high for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Personally, I just wasn't really feeling another future game, but now that zombies has been thrown into the mix, it's just made me that much more hyped. And obviously we've got the COD 4 remake as well, and it's all just coming really nicely together. But now let's get into the Infinite Warfare Zombies breakdown. So we're going to be breaking down the short bit of gameplay that we got in the Infinite Warfare gameplay trailer. So I'll put it up on screen now. So within the gameplay trailer for Infinite Warfare, it was obviously teasing out the campaign, and we learn that some massive explosion of some sort goes off on the Earth. Now, we don't know what this explosion is, whether it be a nuke, or whether it be some sort of chemical warfare device, or it could be something like the DNA bomb that we saw within Advanced Warfare, where it caused the players to sort of mutate, and then that led on to the zombie storyline, where the dead would actually come back alive as zombies, and that was the storyline for exo zombies. But anyways, this nuke goes off and kills a ton of people on the Earth. Earth, and it means that pretty much the entire human population unfortunately have to evacuate Earth and go to space, and that sets up the plot for the storyline within the campaign, the single player campaign within Infinite Warfare, because it's all going to be space themed and space related, and we're going to be playing on different planets and all sorts of stuff like that, but that has only occurred due to this sort of explosion that took place on Earth. But that is irrelevant of how that explosion happened or what exactly it is. But what happens is that whatever this bomb is that goes off on the Earth, it seems to in fact infect the humans that are left on the Earth. But it was because, as you can see from the gameplay in the background, we see some zombies which seem to have just been affected by this explosion, and we can see all of this orange glass floating around in the air. So whatever this bomb was that went off on the Earth, it seems to have infected the population, the human population, and turned them into zombies. It's pretty much the identical setup to the Exo Zombies storyline. It's pretty much the exact same setup, but this time it's on a much bigger scale, because instead of it all just being focused on Earth, it's being focused on space and also the Earth. So instead, within Exo Zombies, the DNA bomb went off, it created zombies, and it caused areas to be evacuated. But this time it's on a much larger scale, so instead of just being evacuated to another area on Earth, they're being evacuated into space. Now, what I think the Infinite Warfare Zombie storyline is going to be about is I think it's going to focus on either survivors, or it's going to focus on some sort of military operation of us trying to rescue those survivors. Because obviously when everyone evacuates to space, they'll probably leave a lot of the human population on Earth, the people that they just can't fit on these spaceships and all these aircrafts. I think that people will be left behind if they're not rich, if they're poor, or they just get left behind for other various reasons, because they just can't fit everyone to go to space. So I think people get left behind, some get infected, and some manage to somehow survive this massive explosion. And I think the storyline's going to focus on us trying to either save them, or it's actually going to focus as us being the survivors themselves, and the storyline's going to be about us trying to survive. Now, I think that maybe some of the storyline for Infinite Warfare Zombies will in fact be set in space also. Maybe some of the latter maps. Personally, I feel like the first map won't be set in space, but maybe some of the future maps down the DLC may be set in space itself. But that's just my own personal opinion. So that's been a little bit of a breakdown of the Zombies segment that we actually got from the Infinite Warfare reveal trailer, because not a lot of people in fact picked up on this. Everyone earlier today was thinking, hey, you know what, that looks like zombies, but no one could say for definite until obviously it was leaked that it would be Infinite Warfare Zombies would be the co-op mode for Infinite Warfare. Until it was leaked, it was only then that we realised that this segment was in fact zombies, and we could piece together the puzzles. So essentially the campaign's going to be set in space, but I believe the Infinite Warfare Zombies will be set in an Earth climate, or at least some of the maps will. But I think some of the maps will be set in space also. I think we're going to get a nice mixture of the both. But I certainly do believe that how the outbreak started was due to this massive explosion from the campaign. But I think the zombie storyline will be then a spin-off of the campaign, just like with Exo Zombies. So I think this Zombies game mode is going to be a continuation of the campaign, and I think they're both going to link together, and I'm just pretty excited. Now, as I said earlier, I think we're going to get a variation between maps set on Earth and maps set in space, or maybe we'll get maps that are just set in space or just set on Earth. But personally, I feel like we're going to get a mixture of the both. But regardless of how the maps will in fact turn out, it's pretty much for definite that the zombie storyline within Infinite Warfare started off from this bomb, and this bomb obviously made all of the people evacuate to space, but then it obviously created zombies on Earth. Most likely the zombie infection then somehow spreads to other planets if some of the maps are set in space as well. Now, as I was saying earlier, I don't know how similar it's going to be to Treyarch Zombies, whether it's going to be a completely different game mode. It might not even be a round-based game mode for all we know, but I'm pretty sure that it would probably be somewhat similar to Treyarch Zombies. In my personal opinion, I believe it's going to be somewhat similar to Exo Zombies, where it'll be the same COD game mode, as in it'll have the mystery box, it'll have perks and things like that, but they'll probably just be renamed and reskinned. Just like within Exo Zombies, we obviously had the 3D printer, which was just a reskinned version and a renamed version of the mystery box. But But Exo Zombies was pretty much identical to Treyarch Zombies, although the storyline was a lot less in depth and it was a lot less lessened down. But the actual core mechanics of the game mode were the same, apart from that you had an Exo, which drastically changed the game mode. Now for Infinite Warfare, I don't know whether we're going to be getting advanced movement, because we know it's going to be within the campaign, and we think that it's going to be within multiplayer in some way, but I'm not sure whether it's going to be implemented into Zombies, because it wasn't very well received within Exo Zombies. So maybe we won't have any advanced movements, and maybe it'll just be like Treyarch Zombies where it'll be boots on the ground, but obviously it'll still have all the general features for Treyarch Zombies, and it'll just have a brand new storyline. But I'm certainly excited for the future of Infinite Warfare Zombies, since we're going to get in space zombies, as well as I believe some maps set on Earth possibly. But yeah, this is certainly an interesting take on zombies. I think it's going to be an interesting one because it's set on a worldwide scale rather than just sort of secreted down to small little sectors. Although the Treyarch Zombies storyline is definitely a larger scale, although I don't think it affects everyone. We don't get a viewpoint from the entire world, we just get it from very, very select characters. But I've got a feeling that within Infinite Warfare Zombies we're going to get a much bigger scale and backstory to the overall whole of the Zombies storyline within Infinite Warfare. As in, I think we'll get a much bigger picture of the storyline instead of just getting a select storyline for a set few of characters. I think we'll get the viewpoint from all of the characters, or just the entirety of the world, and obviously these sectors that are in space. But I'm just pretty pumped for this. Hopefully there isn't any advanced movement, although there may be some. Maybe there'll be like anti-gravity like we saw on the Black Ops 1 map Moon. Maybe it'll be something like that. We'll have anti-gravity, but there won't actually be advanced movement. That's the best case scenario that I'm hoping for. But I think this is going to be a very, very dark and scary game mode in my personal opinion. I really do think that they're going to do a much better job than Exo Zombies, because they've had a 3-year development cycle, which has given them a lot more time to work on this game mode. And with them having a 3-year development cycle, it means they would have spent a lot more time perfecting and reforming this game mode. Now obviously Activision probably forced Infinity Ward to add this game mode into Infinite Warfare. That's probably what happened, because obviously it boosts DLC sales and just sales of the game overall. But Exo Zombies was a very, very rushed game mode. It was a last minute thing that was added for DLC, because obviously it had Exo Survival on the disc with the Riot Exo Zombies bonus round for Exo Survival, and then Exo Zombies was added at a later date, and I think it was very, very rushed, and that's why it wasn't received that well. But Infinite Warfare Zombies, I just can't wait. It's going to be absolutely insane. Hopefully they put really in-depth Easter eggs, as well as an in-depth storyline, because I think Exo Zombies was a bit lackluster. The Easter eggs were a bit sort of mimicky. You know, we had on Burger Town, for example, on the second Exo Zombies map, the Easter egg revolved around us cooking a burger, so it was very, very stupid in comparison to Treyarch Zombies, where we've got all this mythology, and we've got such things as the Cthulhu mythos tying into it, and then with Exo Zombies we've just got us cooking a burger for an Easter egg. So hopefully it's going to be a lot more divulged, and hopefully it's going to be a lot more expanded on and in depth. But anyways, thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not for the latest and greatest Black Ops 3 Zombies news information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.